I just wanted to start by asking, kind of tell us a little bit about how how you came to join the Guardians. How did that come about?
Yeah, so I had spent the previous preseason with the Atlanta Falcons, and I got hurt in the preseason game and got released, got injury settlement, and I kind of went through this phase where after I went through all my rehab and everything, of course, I was trying to get back, and then it was kind of a dead period for me. And so I went through this time where I was kind of evaluating, like, man, I've had like 3 injuries just recently. Do I still want to keep playing football? I mean, I knew I wanted to keep playing, but in my mind, I was kind of like, is it still in the cards for me? Is it an option? And anyways, my agent came up and said, hey, this XFL is supposed to start in 2020. So we can just keep getting ready, and they'll start doing stuff in November, December of 2019. And so I kind of just kept training and stuff and hoped, and, it ended up working out. So I went to a showcase for them like in April, I believe, and started getting things going. Got drafted to the Guardians and started getting things going that November. So,
what was maybe your best moment, or maybe your fondest memory of your time with the Guardians?
Man, probably my long touchdown in that last game we played against the Dallas team. That was probably my best memory. But man, I had a lot of fun. The first week was fun. I played against some former teammates of mine at BYU, and met a lot of cool guys, and it was a really good experience.
From a fan perspective, I felt like the league was succeeding and was looking forward to it. How, from a player's perspective, how did you feel the league was going in its?
The same. After the week 1, like, I felt like we had a pretty good turnout as far as fans and stuff. And it was loud in there. And after seeing kind of the reactions on social medias and stuff after like the first couple weeks, I mean, we all thought it was going well. And I mean, it was ran really professionally. I mean, it was good ball, and there was good athletes on both sides of the ball at all times. I mean, NFL caliber players, as you've seen, a lot of the dudes getting picked up already. So, yeah, man, I had a lot of fun.
How's the XFL compared to the NFL in terms of, speed of the game, just the gameplay itself?
Yeah, pretty comparable, but I would say, I mean, the only difference was the XFL's whole deal was about, less downtime and more play. So all the skill position players had radios in the helmets. And so that was just a speed thing. Like, the game clock was like 25 seconds compared to the NFL's like 40, So as far as that goes, I really enjoyed it because I didn't have to spend energy running into the huddle, running out to my position, running back, huddle, So that just cut all that out, and we were able just to play more ball. And so I really liked the whole radio thing and all the skill positions helmets. But as far as compared to the NFL, like, yeah, pretty comparable.
A lot of people are excited about some of the new rule changes, like the kickoffs and the multiple options for extra points after touchdowns. What were some of your favorites of the XFL original kind of rules?
Yeah, I mean, probably my personal favorite was the 1 foot in bounds, kind of benefits me as a receiver. So that was kind of cool. But I thought the kickoff format was pretty cool. And then even the punt return, so the gunners can't leave until the ball's been kicked. So there's pretty much always space for the return to make a clean catch and get upfield at least a little bit. And so, I mean, whenever I'm back there doing the returning stuff like that, that's what I like, get a little space, and those guys aren't in your face just immediately as the ball is there. So most of the time, and they're trying to encourage those returns and everything, and then take the high speed collisions out of the kickoff, so those guys, it's the same thing. It's the same phase. It's just, they're starting it way down the field, so player safety and more excitement. So I think that they were pretty successful in what they were intended to do.
Unfortunately, it sounds like the league itself may be a casualty of the pandemic. It filed for bankruptcy today. I don't know if you saw that. But what's next for you? Assuming, I mean, it doesn't sound like the XFL might be an option moving forward. So what's next for you?
Yeah, so I mean, as far as I know, I guess it's done, and it's pretty disappointing, and I was pretty sad about it. But my agent's been in talks with a couple of teams, and I'm hoping just to get into a camp, here this summer, and hopefully keep playing ball this fall somewhere. So for me right now, I'm just still trying to train with all this crazy stuff going on, trying to find open times like at the local fields, high school football fields, where I can get some work in, and then at my local gym when no one else is around and stuff. And so I'm just trying to keep doing what I know, and that's work, and hope an opportunity comes.
If you had a chance, I mean, I know you've done things like this before, but if you had a chance to maybe come out, or if you have a message for football players, high school football players from East Idaho, what would your message be to them on how they can get to the professional level like you have?
Man, there's some quality football players up there, and I think a lot of times, at least the way I felt coming out of high school, a lot of overlooked talent, and so I would just tell those guys, man, like, I shouldn't be where I've been, I'm just that small town kid from Southeast Idaho, and hard work will take you a long ways. And like you've heard it be said, hard work will beat talent whenever talent fails to work hard. And so I'm kind of the guy who's not always been the biggest, the fastest, the strongest, but, I try to make up for it in different ways, as far as knowing playbooks and defensive schemes, reading defenses, and then, trying to maximize my personal abilities as much as I can. So I would just say, man, just off season is probably the most important time to put that work in, and just know that if you're putting in more work than the dudes surrounding you, it's gonna show, and you'll excel. So I would just say, number one, hard work.
And finally, as a former Cougar, how do you feel like the BYU football? What's your impressions of where the program is at right now?
Man, I really like their scheduling. I think they've been scheduling some good schedules and fun, exciting things. And man, sometimes they break my heart, but then I love them. They'll beat USC and then struggle the next week against someone who's not quite up to their level. But I think this year is going to be exciting. I think we had a lot of young talent coming back, and I think the schedule's looking good too. So I'm excited for it.
All right. Colby, thanks so much for hopping on. I really appreciate it. Good luck